Hello, how's everybody doing today? So today I kind of want to talk about like holiday buying. We're moving um, into the holiday season, and this is around the time when like everybody's buying something. And a lot of people want to buy technology. Uh, like that's a common thing. Like people want to start looking for tech and in buying things during this time of year. There are definitely some items that you should just plain ignore right now. You're not going to get them. It is you have a better chance of going to win the lottery right now than you are on some of the high-end things that people are out there like now. So like Xbox Series X's, PlayStation 5s, um, any of the brand new NVIDIA cards, any of the brand new AMD chipsets, any of the brand new AMD graphics cards. Yes, they all got released. Heck, there was even a release today for the NVIDIA 3060 Ti, but you're not going to find one. Um, Likelihood of getting one is extremely. It's got. Okay. Let's go take a look so we can figure out what's wrong with my mic here. OBS, OBS. Okay. That's any better chat. Is it still sounding all messed up or is it better? Let's see here. Let's bring up the mic filtering. And we'll put the headphones on. All right, let's see what's going on with the audio today. So still not saying better, so let's look at that. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, what is going on there? Okay, very odd sound. Okay, let me see if I can go ahead and end that. Okay, mic checking. Mic checking. 1, 2, 3. This guy. Unplug and plug it back in. I would. Okay, mic checking. Mic checking. 1, 2, 3. Dynamic mic. So, kind of curious on what distortion, because I wasn't doing distortion on anything else today. Still bad. I would. Waiting for the stream to catch back up to where I'm at. All right, what is going on here? Okay, mic checking. Mic checking. 1, 2, 3. Dynamic mic. So, kind of curious on what distortion, because I wasn't doing distortion on anything else today. Still bad. I would. Okay, so
Yeah, for some reason, the mic had to be changed out. So I use a dynamic mic, uh, and unless something's kind of disrupting it, really shouldn't be. So I wonder if there's something going on. I've had a couple issues with that recently in a couple other online meetings that I've had, but I don't have to troubleshoot that. I changed out a piece of my computer recently, and since then it's been a little annoying. Yeah. Okay, back to holiday buying. Uh, so holiday buying. This is literally the time of year where everybody wants to go and purchase something dealing with technology. You're not going to get one of the brand new, uh, super cool whatevers. Uh, it's not going to happen. You're not going to walk out there and find yourself a 3090 just sitting there on a shelf. Uh, or at least the chances of it are so small right now that it's probably not necessarily worth it. But there's a lot of other tech goods that are going on right now, a lot of good tech sales, because this is the Christmas time, and this week specifically is kind of the Cyber Monday week, and a lot of the big stores are still selling things at reduced prices, and you're still having a lot of good things on like gaming systems for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the price of those ones are going down just a little bit because of the period of time. So kind of want to spend a little bit of time, kind of go through kind of the big ones that are out there, Amazon, Newegg, Best Buy, and kind of talk about where you should and should not be kind of looking at things. But one that's been a lot of people are talking about right now is Micro Center. Um, and depending on where you live at, Micro Center might be like the greatest place in the world. It's an adult candy store, especially if you like these type of things. The problem is that they are very limited in the U.S. Uh, they do ship almost everywhere in the country, but they are um, they're more of an East Coast thing and they're more of a Canadian thing. So if you have the ability to go to either one of those type of locations, you're probably going to find a micro center. Um, and if you're interested in trying to pick up one of those high end, really cool, brand new items, uh, this is the place that you go and do it. Micro Center is more likely to have that really cool item than any other uh, place to buy anything. Amazon, Best Buy, Newegg, they are um, they are far less likely to have it in stock as what Micro Center does. And there's lots of stories about that across the country. You can go to a Micro Center and you can find these high end items. But depending on where you live, this might not exist. Um, Another big one that is out there is oh god, I can't think of the name of it right now. It's one of the big box stores that sell electronics. Those ones are starting to go out of the business. Um, I'll think of the name as I go tonight. So Best Buy is decent with their tech sales. The thing with Best Buy is they like to bundle things together and sell it at a higher price. Uh, and they tend to do that a lot during holidays. So Black Friday, uh, Cyber Monday, and you see all these reduced price electronics. And you might see like a Samsung television, 65 inch, blah, blah, blah. And it has all the same specs, all the same big name items on it, saying a Samsung, the quality HD, 4K, whatever. But the model numbers will be different between the two of them. So this happens. What they do during this time of year, they have their higher end quality products that are made with higher end parts, and then during the holiday season, they mass produce a whole bunch of additional items out of it. And Best Buy, Amazon, they mass purchase these and they sell these at reduced prices for holidays. It's the same items being used to build it, but it is the lower quality insides. So they're using lower quality plastic, lower quality screens. It's still 4K, but it's a difference of like a high quality uh, uh, plastic involved with everything, the high quality crystals, to a lower quality aspect of it, and you can shave off hundreds of dollars. That's where these stores are able to do this. Um, so you have to very much take that into consideration. And any of these big sales that are going on, finishing up this week, moving into next week, uh, that's a part of it right now. They are cheaper not because they're discounted, is because they were able to shave the price off of that item by $300, $400, $500. Um, and that means the quality of it is not going to be quite as good as buying the regular one. You're buying a $500 cheaper television that, yes, it might be capable of doing 4K, but it's going to have some issues in the long run. And one of the big changes that have been happening more recently is uh, Black Friday sales are lasting longer. They're not 1 week type of things. They're not one day. Like it used to be that to get a good deal off of Black Friday, you had to be at the store at 2 a.m. in the morning and wait around until 7 a.m. when they finally opened the store. I mean, we went through some phases now where uh, you could go to the store. They would open up at 2, then 4, then 6, and they do this 2-hour increment. Now they're saying, nope, we're just going to shove everything online. Everything that's going to be purchased is going to be done directly off their website. So we kind of take a look here. So this is a Samsung 70-inch Class 6 Series 4K UHD for $529. So if you look directly underneath it, you're going to see that we have a 65-inch, still 4K LED smart television. Like it has a lot of the stuff on it, except that this one here is 65 and that's 70, and they're saying this is a reduced price. It's $220. No, this was a $529 television. This wasn't reduced. This Magnolia, that probably has a little bit of reduction on it, but it looks like they kind of added in an item that you're not necessarily seeing on the purchase screen. So that's something you have to keep a watch out, especially going into the holiday season. And the big TV makers and the big manufacturers of this type of appliances, this has been the standard for like a decade. Probably longer than a decade. So ever since these major Black Friday appliance things have been going on, this is the mechanic that they've been doing. So what about PC parts though? So Best Buy does sell PC parts. And this is one of the best times to go shopping for your standard PC parts. Stay away from graphics cards. Stay away from CPUs right now, just because you're gonna save money if you wait 6 more months when everything is in stock and you can go for the new. But if you're going for RAM, if you're going for CPK, going for cases, AOIs, anything to build off of, you're probably going to see some good deals going on. So just on RAM, there's a couple deals going out there for couple deals out there at Best Buy. Thing is, Best Buy is historically not the best place to buy PC parts. You're just not going to find some of the best stuff out there. I'm a fan of a brand called Be Quiet. If you've never heard of Be Quiet, they make specialized cooling software for your computers, fans, AOIs, the big giant bricks of heat sinks, and it's a staple item at most places that sell things. computer parts. Best Buy is not a place to necessarily guarantee that they're going to have any computer parts there. They will sell computer parts, like they have a cooler master case, say $14. Uh, but the bigger name things, the things that are going to be high end, they're probably not going to have. They're going to have a lot of the medium to low end level items. So if you're okay with that type of purchase, then it's fine. But they're not going to have a lot of it. They are very, very limited on how much product they actually have on stock. Which is easy to a place like Amazon. All right. Amazon has its own issues when it comes to kind of this idea of tech buying right now. Let's go find some holiday deals with computer and gaming. So the big main manufacturers are going to probably sell their stuff on Amazon right now. So like HyperX, they're definitely having some discounts on a lot of those things. They're doing about the standard 25-20 discount. But I guarantee if we go to HyperX website, I bet they're selling the exact same discount. And more than likely, let's see here, where's their store? Go gaming headsets. There we go. Buy. Let's see if we can find that exact same one. Cloud Revolver. Yeah. They might be selling it cheaper off of Amazon right now. Most of the big stores, like we go to Razer right now, they are selling most of their stuff at the exact same price as what they're selling on Amazon. Products. Yeah, let's go to gaming laptops really quickly. This is all over my feed for some reason. Unless they ended their, yeah, 12%. Comparatively, you should be able to find the exact same price on Amazon for Razer. And Razer is another one that is doing massive amounts of sales. They're doing an average about 20% to 30% off, depending on exactly which product. They're also releasing brand new products right in time for Christmas. Microsoft is doing the exact thing, exact same thing right now, where they're selling a lot of their major products at 20% off. Let's see what they're doing. $549. Yeah, $100 off for their higher end Surface Laptop Go, which is a decent product, by the way. If you're looking for something small, lightweight that doesn't need to do a lot of high end processing stuff, and this runs off a i5 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and has 250 big storage. So this is a absolutely perfect item to go back and forth to work with, or if you have kids that are doing school and you want something that is small, lightweight, and can take you places. Back to Amazon. So let's go choose an item. Let's go back to HyperX. So there's some things with shopping off of Amazon at this time of year that you need to kind of take a little bit more uh, concern about when you see deals popping up, and you need to look for this right there, the ships from sold by, because if it's coming from Amazon, if it's shipping from Amazon, sold by Amazon, then the product is probably real, and you're probably going to get your price on it. Let's go look for a 3080 on Amazon. Do not buy 3080s or 3090s off of Amazon right now, no matter how much you really, really want it. So $2,439 for a RTX 3090 24 gig GDRR6X. $2,439. Sorry, this is a $1,600 card, not a $2,500 card. This here. This tells you a lot right there. That this is a third market. They are 87% positive rating. And just looking at that card, they already had a markup of 50% at least. Just wait. Just don't do it, everyone. Just don't do it. So yeah, it's a smart idea to kind of look at who's actually selling that item on there. The Ryzen 9 3950Xs. So these will start going down in price as the 5900 series comes out, becomes available. So this is not an item that you should be looking at for Christmas. You are going to spend more money than it's worth. 720, 759. Yeah, so all these are a couple $50-$60 more than they really need to be. Oh, hi Grant. You gonna whine at me? Yeah, Daddy loves you too. So just wait. After Christmas, once we get into the other side of the holidays, these are going to start going on sale, and you'll be able to start picking up the last generation Ryzen processors for a decent price. So, like, look at this one here, the 3900 XT. This is a $400 processor. This is not a $900 processor. So 629, 678. Yeah, we're talking 50% markup for a chip. And just looking at these resellers, 70, 80, 93. So you're probably getting what you're actually buying there. 67, you probably are getting a box with a rock in it. 47%, you're getting the box. You're not even getting a rock with it. But you're buying what you're getting. So 100%. Well, this place here, 9 ratings. Don't trust any of them, please. Just don't. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of no's that I'm putting out there. Just don't buy. But what should you be buying from Amazon? Again, if you're looking for PC parts, RAM, cases, AOIs, heat sinks, those are absolutely fantastic things to start looking at. If you're looking for that person out there who's doing their own custom builds, look into doing custom cables and going down that route. Custom cables and wiring. Let's see if we can do custom PC cables. So you have the individuals who's kind of going out there and they're building their own system right now, and they already have all the parts and everything like that. And you're looking for something for them. Going the custom PC cable route might be a little bit more doable right now. And anybody who's going after a system that's going for that aesthetic look, custom cabling is really where they're probably going for that. They just might not know it's a thing. And you can buy every possible combination of internal cables for your PC case that you can imagine. I mean, and these places they have pre-done ones like what you're seeing here. Here's a custom sleeve ASUS power cable, meaning that you can buy this one right here and probably have this shipped to you probably within in a week, or you can sit here and you can color coordinate out of the colors that they have and make yourself the most gorgeous cable possible. I wish they showed what that actually was. That would have been really cute. Because that's a bad color mixture. I'm sorry that this is. So, custom cabling. That's something that to be looking for that person who's looking at PC parts. If you have somebody who is really into the custom world, start thinking about custom keyboard cables. This is a route that I'm personally going down for my own keyboards. And these ones here are a little bit more unique type of thing, especially if you have somebody who's like really into a certain feature or a certain color scheme or just about anything. You could buy them a custom set of keys for their keyboards. Razors, you can change out all the keys on them. I personally use a Alt Drop as my keyboard, and I can customize all the keys on that. I actually have a one coming in for that is a custom set of keyboard and cabling that's going to go with it. So these are an option for that enthusiast type of person who's potentially looking for stuff. Now with these ones here, these are normally considered group buys. So you purchase them with a group, and 3 or 4 months later, that's when they show up. But they're kind of a cool little one. Be like, hey, guess what? You're gonna get a cool little keyboard. Like, I like that one. Let's go take a look at it. Do I not have any good cables? Black with red drops. Yeah, sure. Let's look at that one. So this one here is specifically buying the cable, not the keycaps. But you can get a nice corded cable, and something that you're seeing more nowadays is this aviator connection thing that's out there. You cannot buy something like this off of Amazon. You could buy it, but you could go onto a custom cable shop and get it. So kind of going back to Amazon here. Oh, I don't want kids. Who shops for kids? Half of you probably. Monitors going on sale has the same issues as television sets. You'll see things like Amazon, they might be putting on a couple sales for some of their big name items that they're trying to get them off the stock because they have new generations coming soon. But if you see a brand new item that they've not sold before, and they're saying like it's a $300 off price, they probably specifically built it for Black Friday. So there's probably some feature in it that is not going to be there. And more than likely, it's probably going to be something like G-Sync or V-Sync. It is what it is. So what other type of tech goods are good to purchase right now? Well, if you have people who like IoT devices or smart homes, Amazon, Google are both doing massive sales on their own internal items. And if you didn't know it, Google bought Nest, and all of Google's internal stuff is now called Nest. So even Google is having sales right now. So if you're interested in the IoT aspect of things and making your home talk back to you, you have this capabilities. If you're looking at redoing your Wi-Fi, Google makes a Google Wi-Fi that is extremely good, but so does Amazon. Both of them have been on sale recently going into things. So yeah, if you're looking for like general tech, check to make sure that you have the right manufacturer. Okay. But again, Amazon is probably not the greatest place right now because everything is kind of going out of stock. You're going to see a lot of deals on things like this right here. A 16 gig 2x8 DDR4 3600 desktop RAM. This is actually a pretty good deal if you're looking for 16 gigs of RAM, which very much is the amount that people need to be able to do any type of gaming. So if somebody's out there building themselves a brand new gaming rig, Vengeance RAM is one of the most popular uh, popular RAMs out there, mainly because it doesn't have RGB. Everything does not have to have RGB in it. It does not make computers run quicker. I say that as I look over and I have a little bit of RGB on mine because So you can find good deals like this. This is not a bad deal if someone's building a computer. Oops, not at M2. And there's some really good deals going out there right now uh, for M2 drives. Almost all of them are on sale. The current philosophy is we're trying to get to the 25 cents per gig marker, which means that for every gig, yeah, but they are pretty. For every gig of a hard drive, it should cost about 25 cents to make it. Add more RGB. Yeah, RGB makes your computer run quicker, right? I mean, RGB fans, RGB graphics card, RGB motherboard, RGB RAM, RGB CPUs, which aren't a thing, by the way. There's no RGB on CPUs. But, sorry, you're going to sidetrack me. RGB M2. Here's a thing that is starting to happen. RGB M2 drives. So you can put the RGB on your sticks now of storage. We've been doing it on RAM for years, but now in the past year and a half, we're starting to see this mechanic right here, where you're putting RGB on your solid state drives. And mind you, that would be absolutely fantastic if anybody could actually see where their solid state drive is on their computer. I'm looking at my computer right now, and I know Jin's computer, in the last 3 or 4 that I've built, none of these are visible. The graphics card hides every single one of them. But yeah, it does make it look pretty. It's all about aesthetics. In spring, when Mass Effect Legendary Edition gets released, because I have a new version of Mass Effect that's coming out in springtime. I have a special case that I'm going to be building for Vujin, and that case will be RGB. We're going to go the nice dark red shepherd, I mean that renegade color, and with it, it's going to kind of so we want it to look Mass Effect. So when that case is done, and we'll build it on air, it'll be very, very, very Mass Effect looking, and it's going to be very, very pretty in that aspect to it. Yeah, those are fun. Fun little side builds. This is also something, I mean, like, this type of item is really great to buy for somebody. This kind of Aurora Sim 2. Yeah. So you have somebody that you want to buy something like this for, and you're like, hey, they keep on complaining and they want more solid state drives. So sure, I'm gonna buy them a solid state drive. First off, I applaud you. Nice. But 2, don't just buy a M.2 or an NVMe, especially without talking to them first, because or at least knowing what their motherboard is capable of doing, because an NVMe will not work on a standard M2 slot. You have to have an NVMe in an NVMe slot. A M2 will work in an NVMe slot. And to tell the difference, like if you look at these two that I have up on their Western Digital in this Crucial, So this is your standard M2, an M2 slot. So it has little slot right there, little slot right there. Okay, okay. That means the cavity that's meant for will have 2 little breakpoints right there and there. This crucial drive only has 1 little slot. It has no other breakpoint in it. So if you shove this one into that slot, you're gonna break it and you're gonna be out in an NVMe. And especially if you're buying something like this for someone who doesn't know the difference or is new to this, new to computer building, ask them what they use first. This can fit into a port, so both of these are universal into an NVMe. This will not fit into an M2, so just keep that in mind. Ooh, that's a good deal. Hello. I can just hear Vujin all of a sudden going to be yelling at me, Ryan, we don't need to buy more hardware. Damn, that's a 47% discount on a Cyberm 1 terabyte rocket. Depending on how close you follow hardware, stuff like that, these are starting to become the absolute fastest drives possible. They're really on the super high end of drives. Give me 1 second here. There's a RAM stick I want to show this group here, but I can never remember the name of it. I have to look up a certain streamer. She uses these on hers. So for people who are, if you have those people like they like flashy stuff and they really like and want to see things that are flashy, there are RAM that you can buy that come basically bejeweled, and let's see if I can find the name of them. They're by Trident. That's right. There we go. And we'll see if I can find their main website. Trident Z's. Trident Z Royals. So this is made by G-Skill. They're one of many ones that are out there. And sure, let's look at this set really quickly. All right, let's say you have that special someone in your life, and you want to get something that is even more type of thing. G-Skill makes their Trident Royal series, and these come decorated and set up with more of a platinum shine. They come more jeweled, colored, and they even come in special boxes when they are shipped that almost look like engagement ring boxes. They're really kind of this cool little one-off, but extraordinarily expensive. Let's see if the collector's edition. Yeah, here we go. So this is one of their highest, their biggest products. This is also one of their fastest products that they make. Here, will this blow up? Okay, there we go. All right. So you're looking at something for somebody for not only, I don't know, holiday gift buying, but maybe those couple of little magical events that happen after the holiday type of things. So here is the Trident Z Royal Limited Edition. It comes in basically almost a little wedding box for it, and these cards, these little RAM sticks, There we go. Look like little crystals. They're very much set with some standard RGB. Uh, these are probably the highest end when it comes to looks. So yeah, if you want to impress somebody and like here's that extra special something, this is what you get them. Uh, yeah, yeah, these are special. Not in a bad way. They're just very very different than what you're normally gonna find out there. So Newegg, uh, Amazon, Best Buy are great for like most things tech, but Newegg really is the best place for computer buying. Uh, so if you're looking for computer parts, Newegg is really the best place in the U.S. for shipping. The problem is they're a little bogged down right now. What was that? Oh yeah, I'll talk about that. So I'll put that up on the screen. So Newegg is one of those nice places that a lot of companies are releasing their motherboards directly off of there first. So if you are on the lookout of something cool and interesting, Newegg is probably one of the first places you're going to go looking for it. Um, they have good deals, but uh, they're constantly running out of stock very quickly. So they get stock constantly, but if you're going to look for something, uh, you kind of need to do price alerts and kind of do a shopping, specifically shopping directly off of Newegg and watching things. Um, yeah, it's one of the best places. It is. It's a great place to buy tech. Uh, uh, a couple years ago, Newegg did have some issues, but they definitely come back from that a little bit. Um, interesting right now. Reason I stopped on this picture that I have up on there for a little bit. AS Rock has been doing some collaborations with some other major tech creators, and you're starting to see some interesting collaborations happen. They just announced AS Rock Razer. Here we go. There we go. The AS Rock Taichi Razer Edition motherboard, specifically made for the AMD series. So here's a crossover of people's dreams. A Razer motherboard. Back to Newegg. Okay. Uh, sorry, you can't see me. I'm making a face. If you want to know, if you want to buy something, you know you're not going to get scammed, you can go to Newegg when it comes to technology. Uh, it is reliable. Uh, it is 100% reliable. Just learn to read the eggs appropriately. Uh, they do things out of a 1 out of 5 egg system. Uh, 1 egg, you probably want to avoid it. 5 egg, it's considered one of the best products out there. And they're gonna have a lot more variety available on Newegg than what you could possibly go and find at like Amazon. Um, so yeah, you're just going to find better things on Newegg and more variety dealing with it, so you can build almost any type of system with products that you can find directly on here. Let's take a look. So sale ends in 6 days, so this is a good time to go purchasing on Newegg. They have sales going on for the next 6 days on a lot of good items. $89 for a 1 TB, 870. That was $10 more, $10 less than I spent last time. Okay. AMD, what are you selling on here? 3700 series. Oh. If you're on the lookout for like 3000 series CPUs that are not the 3950, 3900Xs, Intel is not Intel. Newegg is a good place to go looking for those. So, should you be looking and buying an Intel chip at this moment in time? If you're really running an Intel chip, yeah. Uh, the thing is, Intel chips are probably not on the top of anybody's Christmas/holiday purchasing list right now. Yeah, it just isn't right now. Intel still holds 75% of the market share on Steam. AMD is literally chiseling away at that every single day. Um, is it a bad time to buy Intel? No, it's never really a bad time to buy Intel. Uh, but there is going to become a point here in the next couple of months where there's going to be a lot of questioning if Intel is worth it. They didn't bring anything new to the holiday season, unlike all the other manufacturers are out there. The next Intel chip gets released in February, I think, um, for probably right about the same price point as this i9 10000 series Comet Lake 10 core, which is what, $5 off? Oh, $10 off. That looks more than $10. 485, so $40 off. Um, so yeah, if you're looking for an Intel one, not a bad deal. Uh, but new chip lines are coming out in February. Um, again, time to wait. Wait a couple months. Then once that new chip line comes off, the 10,000 series are gonna start going on sale if you absolutely want a 10,000 series. Or realistically, it's time to essentially just wait and buy AMD, um, because AMD is looking at not only refreshing this year for their 5,000, but there's a high possibility of a refresh for 6,000 before Christmas of next year. To hit their yearly marker type of thing. So it's entirely possible you're going to see a 6,000 series CPU before the holiday season, and that's still before Intel comes off of their what is it, 7 nanometer uh, chip series that has been the standard of Intel chips for the last like 7 generations. So if you're buying a gaming machine, yeah, Intel's very is what everybody thinks they need. Okay. So Newegg is it's the enthusiast place to go buy PC parts. It it will might not always have what you're looking for though. You need to keep that in mind. Um, and let's go take a look here. Price matching. Most of the time, these two do the exact same price. So that's a 1 terabyte. Is this a 1 terabyte? There, 129 to 149. So in this case, Newegg is cheaper, but that's not always the case. So price match between these two. I can't stress that enough. Uh, yeah. So uh, that kind of goes into what I gotta say about the holiday buying right now. The big fancy items like PlayStation and Xboxes, you're just not going to find. Uh, let's see here. Should you buy anything from GameStop? No, just let that company go out of business, please. Or at least until they can go out of business as soon as I get my Cyberpunk thing next week. Then after that, please go out of business. Most of these stores are not going to have any stock of any of this right now. Yeah, sold out, sold out. And the likelihood to be able to find one of these systems right now is finding a needle in a haystack that's middle of the desert, in a forest in the middle of Narnia, through a sliding glass door in Alfred Hitchcock's basement. Right? Likelihood of getting there is not very high. Um, and do not. I said eBay, not Amazon. I can't stress this enough. There is no reason in the world to buy a PlayStation uh, on eBay. There is no reason. Just don't do it. There is no promise out there that's worth the the 3 times 300% markup to buy a PlayStation console right now. $900 for the digital. Uh, this is just this is not worth it. But are there other things that we could buy off eBay? Sure. Uh, this is actually a decent time if you're ever interested in retro electronics. This is a half decent time to be looking into buying retro stuff. Uh, Commodores are a big one if you're into the retro world. VIC 20s. I'm on a lookout for a VIC 20 that actually works. So if you're into like retro things, eBay is a great place to go and find one-offs, things that are not going you're not going to find, because you're not going to find a VIC 20 on Amazon. Or if you are, you're going to find the yeah, nothing but books. Nothing but books. So another place, Craigslist. There we go. PlayStation 5. You can buy a PlayStation 5 in for $1,000 off Craigslist. This is also not a great time to buying any electronics off of potentially Craigslist or the others, and definitely stay away from PS5s, Xbox Series X's, new graphics cards, new CPUs. Other electronic items, possibly. So if you're looking at something and you want to buy something, and you don't want to pay full market price on it, like we'll choose MacBooks here because I hate Macs, so why not? All right, bam, MacBook Air. Being sold in Issaquah. Not a bad not a bad place, not a bad thing to do. Before you hand over money, you make them show you that it works. Any type of transactions like this on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, every police station in the country now has like designated spots at the police station to do e-commerce sales. You go there, and you make them prove to you that it works. If they said it worked, then you make them prove to you that it works in a lighted area, with cameras that can be recorded to make sure nothing happens to you. Um, that's how you do purchasing like this. Uh, never go to somebody's house to buy anything, and never buy it without seeing if it works. If they give you a CPU, like you buy a CPU off here, Let's go look at let's see if anybody's selling an Intel CPU. Okay. i7 3700 $120. Uh, yeah, Seattle area, Bellevue area. There we go. Here we go. Let's say you're gonna go buy this. So we have a motherboard, 24 gigs of RAM, Intel i7 4900X, 4900K. You make them film a video of it working. Like you see this thing connected. You see everything turn on. You see it run. And then you make them show you in pictures the serial number. And you see all that. And heck, if you have to, you ask to see proof that it was filmed that day. Because this is a thing that people do. They will take broken, scammed things like this and sell them on Facebook to someone who doesn't know how to check these items, and sell them something that's broken and doesn't work. Yeah, hopefully most of my chat that's listening to me, I have a feeling that probably most of you will be a little more self-conscious about this. Yeah, because that's an issue. It's a thing. It really happens. Yeah, it really happens. You gotta be worried about people because people be crazy. All right. So there's my holiday buying advice. Go small this year. Don't go big. This is not the best year when it comes to some of the other things that are going on out there to be trying to go big. The big, super big name items, they don't need to be bought right now. You can save thousands of dollars by waiting 6 months. You can save so much money, and heck, if you wait a couple months, you might even come across discounts for everything. I got 6 people in my chat. I'm so happy for that. Thank you. I love my little cyberpunk chair. So yeah, this patience. This is the holiday season of patience. All right. There's a lot of things out there that everybody wants. It's okay to wait. It's not a good time to make massive purchases when it comes to tech, because there's so much coming out. There's so much that just got released, and in the long run, you will save money, you will be happier, and you will have better product. If you're buying something for somebody who's very techy and enthusiastic about tech, and they want something new and awesome, look into buying RAM, look into buying hard drives, look into potentially buying new cases, or any of those type of things, because everyone will be happier about this in the long run, including yourself. Yeah. Okay. I think that was a good little spiel about shopping. Lock your credit cards up. Don't let anybody have them. And everybody will be fine. All right, everybody. That's it for me tonight. Have a good night. We're getting into the holiday seasons and everything. I will try to do maybe 1-2 more before the end of the year. So, all right, everybody. Have a good night. See you all later. Bye. Shut this all down.